Hello everyone, welcome to Lunch and Learn for CloudYeti's cost optimization series. And in today's Lunch and Learn video live stream, we'll be vibe coding AWS cost management tool. And I'm really excited to show this because you'll be able to see a bunch of cool things around how you can do vibe coding and build tools that you want really quick now. You know, this is something that I would want to build a while back, but this would take me a long time. But now I could do something like this very quickly, and that's what I'm going to be demoing in this Lunch and Learn live stream. So without getting too verbal, let's just dive right in. Let's just start vibe coding, right? So what we're doing is vibe coding an AWS cost management tool, right? All right, so this is the plan. Right now my folder is empty, and let me do this. Give me 1 second here. All right, so let me open the terminal and let's start going at it. All right, so what I'll do is I'll open Claude, is the vibe coding tool, and I will say dangerously skip permissions, right? What this flag does is it will not ask for input from me. The Claude coding agent will keep going without asking me for input. If I don't do this, Claude is going to ask me, do you want to execute this command, which is not going to be very interesting. So I'm going to open the Claude coding agent or Claude Code tool with this flag, and we're in Claude Code now, right? So this is the platform. This is the tool we'll be using to vibe code this AWS cost management tool. And next, give me just a second. All right, so next what we'll do is I'll say, why don't we do this, right? I'll create a new file, or actually this file is already there. So I'll say spec.md, and we'll start adding some of our requirements for this tool, right? So AWS cost management tool, minimal features like checking my account's cost for today, week, month, setting up a budget, and suggest a couple more minimal features, right? Now, if I were to build a tool like this, someone might ask, but how will you get access to the AWS account, right? That is an important part of this, the part of this architecture. Like, I can't just build a tool, right? I need to get access to it. Thankfully, I have the AWS CLI already installed, right? AWS tool is already installed. The AWS command line interface is already installed in my machine. Okay. Anyways, so I could I could use the AWS CLI to run these commands, but you know, AWS CLI is not so succinct, right? It's very verbose, and I need to remember a lot of things in terms of like flags and the commands. So I'm just gonna vibe code a very simple tool for me, right? Maybe it's just like a one command tool, right? Maybe all I need to do, and we're just ideating right here, right? So how about for now, all there is a single AWS cost run command, right? I'm just ideating, right? And we can tweak this and pull this in different directions, but I'm saying, how about for now, all there is a single AWS cost run command, right? That's all there is. And that will show me, that should show me budget, cost, etc., right? Okay, so I have the spec, right? And I can also say use the AWS CLI credentials to get access to my account. Okay, so this is the spec that I am working with, right? So I'll just copy the path of this, and I'll say to my Claude Code agent, look at this and let's build this CLI tool. Go. Let's see what it does. All right. It's doing its thing. And while this is doing its thing, let me fix my camera just by a little bit. All right, I don't think I'm in luck today. Anyways, all right. The Claude Coding agent says, let me build this, a Python CLI tool using Boto 3 for AWS Cost Explorer and rich for pretty terminal output. Okay, that's fine. It's already doing some digging, and now it says let's run it. Okay, so it has already built it. It says it works, and $32.91 this month over your $10 budget. AWS gateway eating almost half. Let me fix that. Deprecation warning, right? So it's already built the tool. Like, it was this quick, right? I think it's been like 5 minutes since we started the stream, and we just gave it like a few lines of instructions, and the tool is already live. How to run this tool. Okay, so as I do this, I just remembered that I had created a AWS cost tool yesterday as well, before the demo, before this live stream. So I'll say make it run with cost AWS instead of AWS cost, right? Just to make sure that the tool that we're building now is the one that's being demoed. Okay. So it is doing its thing. All right. as you can see, it has created the setup.py, the cost CLI.py, and it's written all of this code without me writing a single line of code, right? All I've been doing is giving it commands, so vibe coding basically. All right, so it says cost AWS run works globally from anywhere in your terminal now. That's it. Just type cost AWS hyphen run, right? So I can try that now, right? So I can say cost AWS hyphen run, and I see some details about my account. The cost for this month, forecasted cost is $42, and I can see that API gateway is costing me $15. I don't know why that is, but you know, this tool just gave me this really nice printed output, and all I need to do is to run this command moving forward. Let's see. All right, so budget, my June budget limit is 10, actually is 32, forecasted is 42, so over budget, right? So looks like it has picked up my budget that I had created earlier from the console or something. So let's add one more feature to this tool, right? Just to show like how quick adding features is. Now what I'll say is I'll go back to the agent, I'll say let's add a quick way to replace the budget, and also add a phone number when you exceed budget for a month, right? Yeah, or maybe also forecast right. So we're now adding a couple of features. Okay, now it has given me something. So for the SMS alert, when budget is exceeded, should the phone number be passed as a CLI flag, or should it, or stored in a config file so you only set it once, right? So yeah, you know, I think just passing the phone number in the CLI flag makes sense. So I'll just do number one. It's asking me which platform do I want to use to send the text. I'll say it's SNS. It's also telling me that it costs like a cent to send the alert. So, you know, every time I exceed the budget, or every time I'm about to exceed the budget, I get a text that will cost me, you know, a cent, right? So let's see. Okay, now Claude Code is ready to code. Here is Claude's plan. Add budget replacement plus SMS alerts to cost AWS, right? And if you're watching, you know, if you want to add any features really quick, let me know, and I'll add that live to show how quickly this can be done. So if you're watching, I see a few viewers, you know, feel free to suggest any features that you want me to code live. Anyways, let's let the coding agent continue. And the plan says, you know, after the update, I can set budget quickly by saying cost AWS set budget amount 50, right? And that should update the budget. Actually, I don't like this option. This doesn't make sense, right? The budget should be automatically hooked up to the phone number. So I'll make that suggestion to the Claude coding agent. So why is the phone number not actually, you know what, I think what Claude is doing makes sense. I see what it is trying to do. So let's let it finish, and we'll test a few things, and we can iterate. Okay, everything works. Budget is now $50. Status flipped from over budget to on track. Here's the full command set. So if I do cost AWS run, I'll see the dashboard. So let's do that. Okay, so if I run a command like this now, I see today cost is $0, this week 0, this month 32, month forecast is 42, all of the same thing, and the budget is now 50, and I'm still under budget, right? So I think I'm fine. Now, there's obviously gaps in this tool, right, as I see it, because I think this is hard coding things and stuff. But anyways, what I'll do is I'll say this for now. I'll say cost AWS run phone number. Actually, I don't want to give my phone number in the live stream, so I'll skip this one for now. But this is just to show you that you can quickly build CLI tools and web tools and so many other things using a coding agent like Claude Code really easily, right? As you're typing in instructions, the code is being written in my workspace, and I can pass specs like this with natural language to say I want to build this, right? And now I can also say things like document how the tool works in docs folder, right? So I can also quickly document how the tool works. And I'll do a quick thing here shortly. Give me 1 second. All right. All right. Okay, so the docs is there, and everything is there. So what I'll do for now, this was a short live stream. I'll update this. I'll upload all of this to GitHub, and I'll make the repo public. But I'll also show you one final thing, right? So let's git init and commit this. Also, before that, check if there's sensitive information anywhere and let me know, right? So before we commit and push this to GitHub, I can also use the agent to say, look at all the files and tell me if there's any sensitive information, right? Because if I were to hard code my AWS API keys, the danger of vibe code is you're just trusting the agent to do things. I mean, you don't need to trust the agent. Never trust the agent. Always verify, right? But you're just letting the agent do a bunch of things, right? So it could randomly go to your AWS credential file and pull in the credentials and hard code it, right, to make things work. You never know what's going on. So you have to ask your coding agent stuff like this, right? So it says, let me scan all the files for sensitive info first. No sensitive info found. No hard-coded keys, nothing. We should da-da-da-da-da. So it's giving me confirmation that there's no sensitive info. Always good to verify manually yourself anyways, because you don't want to trust the agent ever. I mean, you don't want to blind trust your agent ever, right? So I'll quickly look at the code just to see if there's anything funky going on. I don't see anything weird so far. Yeah, nothing going on so far. Yeah, so everything looks good. There's git ignore, there's docs showing how you can install this. I'll also say add a add a readme, come on, .md file, and commit again, and create a public GitHub repo using my GitHub CLI, which I have installed, and push it there, and add a contribution file and also a license file. Okay. Now before we wrap up, make sure you go to learn.cloudyeti.io. The link is at the banner below the video, and practice some AWS quizzes, right? So I'll also say add a call to visit learn.cloudyeti.io to take AWS and AI exam quizzes. So I can also do things like this, and it's gonna do the whole thing. You know, very soon we'll have a GitHub repo that has all the code that that you saw me build, and you can also check out the GitHub repo. So just a minute before we get everything working. Give me just a moment to start sharing my other screen here. Okay. So window. All right, it's still doing its thing. Let's give it a few more seconds as it finishes up. And very soon you'll be able to see the GitHub repo live. So all right. Okay, the thing is live on let me quickly show you. Just doing my thing with the live stream. I'm still getting better at my live streaming capabilities, so bear with me for a minute here. All right. Okay. Now you can see that the tool is live, and you can run it like this. It also has instructions on contribution, license, the call to action I added for learn that CloudYeti.io. So this is the quiz platform that you can go to take free quizzes for practicing your AWS and AI certifications. So please check it out. Yeah, so that's basically it, guys. Follow me on GitHub, follow me on LinkedIn and Twitter if you want. Twitter is /RAVSAU, and I'll be doing more live stream in the coming days. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon. I hope you like this vibe coding session. Let me know what you have as request for my next Launch and Learn and next vibe coding or next live sessions for CloudYeti.